Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to interact with your participants in Zoom. So there are several ways you can do this. You can look at your participants' status or you can encourage them to raise their hands, for example. You can chat with your participants, and finally you can actually ask your participants for reactions and you can see their reactions. So let's start by looking at your participants' status first. For example, if they want to raise their hands or if they want to tell you that you're going too fast or too slow. The first thing you want to do is again to look at your bottom menu and select participants. This will open up your participants window and you should be able to see all your participants listed here. So currently I have one participant. So if, for example, participant 1 would like to ask a question and he or she would then raise his or her hand, you can instruct your participants to do so at the start of your session. So we can see the raised hand icon. There it is. But of course, this means that you have to keep an eye on your participants window at the same time as during your session. So it's up to you which way you choose best to interact with your students. You can actually stop at various points, open up the window, and then you can ask them to raise their hands. They can also vote. For example, if you want to do a quick question like, would you like to have a 10-minute break? You can ask them to vote using the yes or no buttons. So would you like to have a quick break? Yes, and there you can see the voting. And they can also prompt you if you're going too fast. They can ask you to go slower or to go faster. And so this really all depends on what you instruct your participants at the start. So this is how you can see some messages from your participants. The next thing I'm going to teach you is how to chat with your participants. So to do this, you need to open up the chat window, which I'm going to select now here. And now you can see I've got both my participants and chat windows open. If you want, you can actually close your participants window so that the entire window is the chat window. So you focus on this area at the bottom, and now it says to everyone. So this means that if you type something here, everybody who is in this group, this meeting, or this class will be able to see what you write. You can also type private messages and you can select your recipient. For example, I want to just talk to participant 1 privately. So only participant 1 will be able to see this message and the others will not be able to. And then he or she can reply to you privately. So again, only you will be able to see the reply and not everyone. So again, at various points, you can actually encourage your students to ask you questions. But again, I suggest that you curate this carefully and you only do this at certain points in time because it's very difficult to concentrate on speaking and answering questions at the same time. The other thing that you can do with the chat is you can actually save the file. So if you just click on this little icon here, you can see that you're actually able to save it. This is out of the screen, but you can save it in your computer as well. So you are able to actually archive this chat if it has educational value. The next thing I'm going to show you is reactions. So you can notice that again on your menu at the bottom, there is a little button called reactions. And if you click on it, you can see that there are several reactions that your participants can have. So far, most of these seem to be quite positive, so they don't have much choice. So at the end of your session or at various points, if you want to elicit some very quick visual feedback or reactions from your participants, you can ask them to do that. So I'm going to ask my participant now to give me a reaction. There it is. And then you can see this on all your participants' windows. So these are 3 fairly straightforward and simple ways in which you can interact with your participants in addition to screen sharing or having your live meeting. Thank you.